morning, everybody. This is Shaun of the Dead. Just woke up. I used one of my disposable toothbrushes, Optimal White, by Colgate. It's pretty cool. New, they have a little blue dot in here, and that's where the toothpaste is. I actually have more, obviously. There. They have blue dots in them. That's where your toothpaste is. Your saliva activates the toothpaste, and you can brush your teeth and all that. So you don't have to live like an animal. I'm just fixing to try to have some breakfast. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. I just got out of bed. Let's see if I can get this thing to flip. There's my hammock. By the time I got to the campsite, my shirt was soaked with sweat. Put my boots up in a bag so nothing would crawl in them. That's our fire pit that we haven't used yet. And of course there's the lake. So that's kind of nice. It's a nice little area here. Of course I'm sitting way off to the side of it on a nice little pallet. And a little pallet here. My other sleeping bag. I'm fixing to try out some new stuff this morning. I haven't got to try out yet. As I said before, I had an epic failure. Sorry about the shaky cam, but unfortunately sometimes it's a necessary evil. Let's see if I can set up a nice little platform for you. There. Ish. Something like that. Anyway. I had a torch lighter. I think it's in my pocket over there. I'll grab that later and I'll show that to you. One of the things I'm going to test out this morning is my little Espit stove. I have it in a Ziploc bag, Ranger band shut, because I am feeling lazy this morning. I don't want to start a fire and boil anything. Plus my buddy is gone. He's on some type of a canoe training thing. And I was like, okay, I don't want to do that. I want to sleep in. I want to relax. This is my vacation-ish thing. Inside the Espit stove, it has 4 cubes. It only takes 1 cube to actually operate the stove. So I have plenty of fuel. Let's see the little container here. And open it up, and you'll set the fuel cube inside the container. Simply light it on fire, and inside my little pack, I have waterproof matches and a lighter. Always have redundant fire making stuff. As I obviously seen from last night, my torch lighter is a piece of crap. After a few moments of trying to hold torch to a twig, it stopped burning. It still had a lot of fuel, and it just would not burn. I don't know if that was a defective model, or if that's just a defective product, or if I'm asking too much out of the torch, but all I know is a piece of gear failed me in the field, and to me that's completely unforgivable. There is no coming back from that. It's no longer a viable piece of equipment to me. So I'd have to have a different one. I picked it up so I'd have a way to start a fire in heavy wind while I was out in the woods like this. That's why I bought it, actually. And I had it in my pocket, and I was like, I'll just go ahead and use this real quick. That's no big deal. Evidently it was a big deal because it wasn't having it. I plan on having some Mountain House this morning. I'm going to have some scrambled eggs with bacon. So that's a nice looking little bit of a scenery back there with the mountain reflecting off the water. I don't have quite that view this morning. There's no snow-covered mountains, which I think I would prefer. I like the cold, so that'll be cool with me. But aside from that, this thing opens like stereo instructions, man. Maybe it's because I'm half asleep and I just now woke up. That may have something to do with it. There we go. There she goes. This thing is supposed to boil long enough, or burn long enough to boil water. Do whatever it is you need to do with it. And I've bought a few other little things to bring out and play with today, so we'll be doing all kinds of little experimental bullcrap throughout the day. Of course, I brought Cliff Bars, something just to snack on. Just, just for snackage. You gotta have snacks here and there. Just, pump up the morale, pump up your energy level. I have my mess kit. My mess kit is pretty robust. Let's see without dropping anything. Let's see. Well, I can do this. Alright, let's try that. Okay, so mess kit's pretty robust. I like it a lot. Locks down into place. Has a good lid. I carry tinder inside my mess kit. Also carry chamois, where I can use it to filter water if necessary, or use it to dry and clean off my mess kit itself. I have a K-bar hobo set inside my mess kit. Knife, fork, and spoon. All these actually do pop apart, so you can have singular utensils, so you don't have to have them all together. And they do actually go back together at some point. And they fold up in a nice little K-bar case. I have my metal match for starting fires, obviously. Coffee. I have gum. All these things are morale boosts. Tabasco from a MRE. And as you see, I have a bunch of flavoring from ramen noodles. These are good if you happen to catch wild game. Then you can actually put them in your pot and boil them up, and you can actually make a stew and actually have some flavoring added to them, so it's not, especially if it's an older one that's gamier or whatever, you can get that gamey taste out. Some tropical beverage to help make your water taste better, and a steel bowl, a moist wet towelette, a bandana, and a towel, and of course the pot, which is what we're going to be using now. What I'll do is I'll be putting some water in. I almost forgot I had this in my hand. My thermos, and I have one of these on my EDC along with a can opener, as you can see. So I do have two of these spoons. That way, if I'm not needing my whole mess kit because I'm eating scrambled eggs, I can just eat with this, and it's not a big deal. It gives you options, and this is extraordinarily lightweight. So it's kind of a nice little tool to have at my disposal. All in all, it all works out really, really well. So this is kind of my little mess kit. Around over here now. Back to me where you can see me. Hello, it's me again. Of course, you'll need me when zombies attack. I know this is me waking up in the morning, and I did bring one other thing to wake up. Diet Mountain Dew. Yeah. I have a little caffeine today, so, if I don't have a caffeine in the morning, I can do it, but, I'll be talking like this for a couple of hours. So, I have coffee, but I'm not really a coffee drinker, especially whenever it's August in Texas, and it's already like, 90-something degrees out here, so I'm just trying to stay cool and in the shade, and, stay relaxed and whatnot. I don't plan on doing a lot of strenuous stuff. I'm going to boil some water, cook some breakfast, and after that I may try some fishing. Evidently in the Texas state parks, you can fish without a fishing license from the bank. And I think if you do a boat fishing, it may not be considered part of the park. But at least from the bank, which is what I was going to do anyway, is you can fish, and there you go. So you may have some interesting video clips of us attempting to fish later. I didn't bring a rod and reel or anything. I brought a spool of fishing line, and so I'm going to try to improvise some hooks, just what I find, and see if that works, which I doubt. But we're going to see, because I'm not a survivalist. I'm a zombie survivalist. I'm not a woods survival man guy. yeah, and we may use some real hooks and then whatever worms we can dig up and go from there and see what we can get a hold of. So that's about it for right now. And I'll come back to you guys later with more info. And don't forget, subscribe.